Hello to the members of the nation. We greet you with elation because we have a brand new show for you. With all that stuff we do, drugs, addiction, and some dumb shit. So grab a chair and come sit and listen to the show. It's Dopey Wednesday. It's Dopey Wednesday. Dopey, 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 dope. Dopey, 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 dope. Dopey, 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 dope. Hey, it's Dopey Wednesday. It's Dopey Wednesday. It's Dopey Wednesday. It's Dopey Wednesday.
All right, hello and welcome to another episode of Dopey Wednesday. Wednesday dose of Dopey. I'm thrilled to pieces. My old friend and sometime manager, Jason Cabello, is joining us today. Welcome back, Jason.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back.
And what do you think about Brer Brian's Dopey Wednesday song?
I love it. I was a huge fan of the Partridge Family.
So you felt it.
Yeah, I felt it.
You feel his harmonic talent?
I do.
It's bursting out of him.
It is very, very, very well done. Kudos.
Not you really mean that?
Yeah.
You liked it?
I love it. I love that you have fans that
He's not a fan.
Okay.
I actually reach out to him to compose Dopey music. He was the guitar player in my old band, Filthiest Nation.
Okay.
He's a musical master, a genius, if you will.
But not a fan.
Not a fan. Okay. I think sometimes he's a fan.
Okay. Well, then it's good that you have friends that are willing to do that stuff for you.
We have fans that do it and friends that do it.
Mm-hmm.
But he did some of the classics, Dopey Tuesday, One Dopey at a Time, fucking Good Morning Dopey, the Ben and Jerry's Dopey song. Do you want to hear the Ben and Jerry's Dopey song?
Sure.
Hold on. I had an idea when we first launched Dopey YouTube to do a thing, because I figured, you know how, what's his face, Portnoy went viral tasting and rating pizza. So I decided that we would taste and rate and review every flavor of Ben and Jerry's ice cream. It didn't perform well, and I gained a lot of weight.
I was going to say you're going to gain a lot of weight for that,
and my cholesterol went way up.
Yeah, and get diabetes for the show.
For the show, here's the Ben and Jerry's theme song. Hold on.
We're tasting and reviewing all of Ben and Jerry's. Tasting and reviewing all of Ben and Jerry's. All of Ben, all of Jerry's, all of Ben and Jerry's. Tasting and reviewing all of Ben and Jerry's. Tasting and reviewing.
Yeah.
Do you like the Ben and Jerry's or not as much as the Dopey Wednesday?
I do. It gives very like a mix between Baroque pop but very chaotic.
Yeah, he missed his calling. We had a trio, me, him, and this guy John Takeif, and for a minute it really felt like this band was going to be something. The band was called Filthiest Nation,
Right.
And Brian was obsessed with playing open mics and not playing actual shows. So the three of us would go to open mics.
Not a sustainable business plan.
I lost my mind. But Brian's like one of these lovable weirdos who really loves showing up. He would play trumpet with whoever's was on stage. I needed to get out of there. I was newly sober, I think. It was so boring. Ugh, horrible. And we'd only play 2 songs and we'd be there for like 3 hours.
Yeah, that's not and then you have to sit through all the other open micers and
Hell.
I'm sure there was a treat every now and then, but more often than not, probably just somebody who's open micing for a reason and not playing real shows.
Hell is an open mic night. I'm working on that on a little short film called Hell is an open mic night. And what brings you to our fair city this very cold week?
It is fucking cold. Shooting another episode of my to-be-released documentary series called Life After. With skateboarding legend, former skater of the year, Brian Anderson, who was just inducted into the Skateboarding Hall of Fame. Just got announced that he's being inducted.
How old is he?
He is 48, I believe.
Nice. And he's an alcoholic in recovery?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And he's going to come on the show too?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
He's got 4 years sober now. And his story is very public. He's, you could search him and find tons of stuff from skateboarding videos to Vice did a piece on him because he came out of the closet as a gay man, as a professional skateboarder. At the time, it was pretty. I think it's about 10 years old at this point, and that got him a lot more notoriety, and still. Amazing skateboarder. You
don't hear a lot about gay. You hear a lot about skateboarders being gay, but you don't hear a lot about actual gay skateboarders.
Right.
You don't hear about, and you don't. You hear. I don't think you hear about many gay athletes in any sport.
It's become a lot more. Me growing up in the '80s skateboarding, you never heard of it, and then I actually had a friend. We were friends. From Miami. His name was Tim Von Wern, and he skated for Tony Hawk's company Birdhouse, came out of the closet, and then kind of lost his sponsorship because the world wasn't ready for it. It's unfortunate, but it was just, it was the late 90s. It wasn't like it is today, where Brian came out, and it was very celebrated and very, and he skates for Anti-Hero, who Andy Roy was pro for, so they're kind of like the NAR company. And
what does that mean, NAR company?
Like more like gnarly, because you'll have skateboarding, like you'll have the Olympic type skaters, and then you'll have like clean, sort of fresh skaters who, are more
polished,
yeah,
like a Tony Hawk style,
bit more polished, and then you'll have like the Anti-Hero and other companies that are a bit more rough around the edges.
Right, and Brian is one of those.
Yeah, more so. I mean, not like Andy, but more so than others.
And what's your film? What is your film telling? What is the story your film is telling about Brian?
So he got sober about 4 years ago, and it's just basically it's more because his story. Like I said, you could Google him right now and get the whole story about his past drinking and his sobriety. But this is more about what he did in the early days and what keeps him sort of in a positive place right now, because he does a lot of artwork. He travels a lot. Him and his husband, they live in Queens, and then they also have a place out in New Jersey. So I wanted to get with him and sort of see what it was like in the early days, because we both know what it was like in the early days. It's rough, and it's a whole different way of dealing with life. And him being a professional skateboarder, being on the road a lot, getting this newfound fame of like coming out of the closet and being a de facto spokesperson now for like the queer skateboarding community.
That's awesome.
It's been it's a very interesting and very, very sweet man.
Well, I hope he actually comes on the show. I hope he's not scared to come on the show. And how is the smoothie I procured for you?
That is a delicious peanut butter smoothie, and I appreciate it.
It's decent?
It is.
Because I didn't get it from my normal smoothie place.
Right.
I got it from the store across the street.
It's a hell of a smoothie. What's the name of the place? Give him a plug.
I don't even know.
The place across from Dave's studio.
Yeah, it's called the place across the street. I don't know. In the old days, it was a shitty deli, and now it's a bougier deli that I'm less comfortable with. But you're saying the smoothie's pretty good.
It's good. It's good. A little sweeter than I'd usually get, but
After DopeyCon this year, I have a new tradition, which is after DopeyCon, I stop at a deli like that and I get a chopped cheese. Do you know about chopped cheese sandwiches?
I do.
And they made a delicious chopped cheese.
I've never had one.
Yeah, they're not as good as people make them.
No, okay.
Not there. I wouldn't get it there.
No,
there has to be like a really good chopped cheese spot. And I don't know if you know this, Jason. You do know this, but I'm going to remind you. We are about. Okay, I'm setting up. Jason was making fun of the system. You don't like this system, Jason. I think Jason. Listen, Jason is a very. he's a real professional kind of bougie guy. Listen, he likes fast women, big cars, fucking tall buildings, big money.
Are you calling my wife fast?
Well, she's a beautiful woman. Jason was recently married. You know what I'm saying, dude. He walks in here and I set up the computer in my dad's dining room. Now two people, excuse me, two people, I have smoothie in the throat. The smoothie's so thick.
Doesn't sound smooth.
It's so thick. It just cakes your
Sounds like
throat.
a roughie down your throat.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. It's so thick. Do you get the smoothie caking when you drink the smoothie?
Not from this one. Not from the peanut butter one. I don't know what you have in yours.
I had the exact same thing.
you?
But I also had the chocolate protein powder.
That's what it is.
You think
Powdery.
that's what did
Yeah.
it? So Jason comes in, and Jason loves all the high. Jason, see, Dopey it's a good name. We get some big people on it.
Right.
We seem very important, and whenever he deals with me, he realizes how unimportant we actually are.
No, I think I'm just like the polar opposite. Like I don't have like the reach or the fan base on there, but I just have like
The level,
I just have better
everything.
a bigger budget maybe.
You have a bigger budget, higher production values.
Thanks to Recovery Unplugged.
Yeah, Jason is a what is your title at Recovery Unplugged?
Oh man, I don't even know anymore.
You don't have a title?
I do, but it's like I do so many things. So I'm a executive director of the Elsewhere program, which is the program that
I know about the Elsewhere program.
Yeah, you talk about. You have to say it every week.
No, but Wednesday we don't do any fucking ads. So why don't you talk about Elsewhere real quick?
Okay, so Elsewhere was formulated while I was on the road with Kiss. Doc McGee and I were on
Legendary music manager Doc McGee.
legendary music manager Doc McGee, who 2 days ago it was the anniversary, I think 40th anniversary of his
Bust.
His bust. 40,000 pounds of weed.
Does he celebrate it by smuggling weed or something? What does he do to celebrate?
And I think he celebrates by not smuggling weed.
That's the everyday,
Yeah.
an everyday celebration
Yeah,
of not.
exactly.
Does he reflect on the 40 pounds?
No, he does not. He's done so much in the last 40 years that he's just, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, okay. It's like somebody coming to you and asking you to talk about Nick Reiner all day.
Yeah, I somebody just asked me to talk about Nick Reiner.
Not surprised.
There's another thing I want to tell you about, but keep talking about Elsewhere before we lose track.
So Elsewhere is essentially a program for people. We started it for touring musicians because Doc and I, when I was on the road with them, I was 7 years clean at the time and was, kind of struggling. We're flying around. Struggling, let me tell you, I could have struggled a lot worse, but we're like flying around on the jet, staying at the Four Seasons.
So where's the struggle?
Is where my recovery was. Like, no time for my stuff. No time for, no time for meetings. No time to, really reach out to people or anything like that. And I know I'm living the fucking dream. I'm doing amazing things, a life beyond my wildest dreams that I ever thought I've had. But you know how it is when you're relying on talking to people, going to meetings, doing stuff, talking to your sponsor, talking to sponsees, whatever. Like you're in this life where like all that is just not there. Like you're setting up for a show, the show goes on, you're off to the next one, and that's like, a full day. You don't have time for your own personal recovery. So Doc and I started talking about it. So we came up with the idea for Elsewhere, and then I was still working at Recovery Unplugged. At that time, I was creative director or creative manager. And, I talked to Andrew Sossin, who is one of the co-founders of Recovery Unplugged.
Wonderful man,
Wonderful
Andrew
man.
Sossin.
Shout out Andrew Sossin. And was like, hey, we have this idea. Can we see what we could do with it? And he said, absolutely. He always wants to help people. And so we started it. I got some coaching clients from, some musicians. And then we've also found that it really piqued the interest of high-end corporate people, because they think it's like, hey, if this will work for rock stars, this could work for people in our C-suite. This could work for people who are traveling all
What's
the
a
time.
C-suite?
The corporate like people who are like CFO, CMO, like the chiefs.
So basically, you're on the road. You're like, how many years sober were you when you shot that thing?
7 years clean when I was on the road with Kiss.
So you're 7 years clean. You're on the road for a long time, and you're like, you had a program. you had a lifestyle with meetings and fellowship and all that stuff.
Right.
And you're like, that's not here.
Right. And there's no, and talking to some of the people in the crew who are also in recovery, they're like, no, this is kind of our life, you know, like we're here and there. So we, you know, I one guy who I would talk to, we would sit in the craft service area and just like when we were eating, just kind of go over like a just for today or something
Right.
like that. And that sort of sparked the, you know.
And you're like, I have an idea. And you took out a cocktail napkin and started drawing it out. And you called music manager, Doc McGee.
Well, I was there with him. He was. You know,
Oh, he was on the road with you guys.
Yeah. He was Kiss's manager.
And you're like, I have this idea. And he's like, cool. And
said, great.
now let me backtrack on your bouginess, because I remember at both Dopey cons, fucking Jay is looking for the VIP seating, the red velvet rope, who gets on what side, who gets access,
Just asking.
who gets extra food, who gets
Ooh,
the
extra
privileges, cutting the pastrami line at Dopey Con,
I don't eat pastrami.
those fancy.
I had pickles.
Yeah, Jason is you're some sort of pescatarian.
Yeah.
What kind of fish are you eating?
Whatever's handy.
You'll eat any kind of fish.
Mostly. I mean, there's some that I might not eat, but I'm usually a tuna, salmon kind of guy.
So he comes in. He's excited to be on the show because we do have probably the greatest addiction recovery show that
Yes.
exists. And we sit down at my dad's dining room table in my 82-year-old dad's apartment, and we sit down and I bust the stuff out, and Jay says, what, no studio?
Well, because I've seen clips of the gorgeous studio that you have not 15 feet from us right now, and I figured I was just getting slighted. But then you explained.
The studio is so difficult to run.
Yeah.
It's like, because imagine if we did it in the studio and then it turned out it didn't record.
Right, no,
or
I
there was no
understand.
video. When I did that Harley Flanagan interview that I've never aired,
Harley Flanagan is such a legend.
the video didn't even air.
Oh,
You know why I don't run the Harley Flanagan interview?
I do.
Because I'm afraid of John Joseph.
I would be too.
I feel like I would betray him.
Yeah.
And I think when you add it all up already, he's already done with me.
I think.
Just the fact that I had him here, he was like, fuck that dude.
Well, yeah, the Cro-Mags. That's a touchy subject, from Cro-Mag to Cro-Mag.
Well, I was so arrogant. I've realized I have a lot of character defects, Jason. I was so arrogant, I thought that I could set up a Cro-Mags reunion in the Dopey studio.
That's pretty arrogant.
Neither of them were interested, or at DopeyCon,
Right.
and neither of them were interested.
The Jimmy Carter of
Of
80s,
hardcore.
90s hardcore.
Yeah, why not? I really was trying to model myself after Howard Stern with Johnny and Joey Ramone.
Yeah.
But
okay.
they were still together, and every time he had them on, they would fight.
They would just fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you were getting into a situation where there could be something that escalated that you probably couldn't have been able to handle in this small.
Oh, definitely not. A stabbing.
It would have been like the Tasmanian devil thing, where it's just like a funnel cloud of fists going, and then
Be like, sober podcast host David Mannheim was killed by the Cro-Mags reunion in Chelsea. Like, we fucking killed that motherfucker. They set me up.
they set me up.
Now I'm in Rikers together with what's his face, Harley Flanagan.
Yeah.
But I love John Joseph, and the Harley Flanagan interview is really high quality. Did you ever listen to it?
No, we'll never know.
I don't know. One day it'll pop up on Patreon.
One day.
And if you want to join Patreon, you go to www.patreon.com/Dopey Podcast. And listen, Jason had the opportunity of being my manager until he historically called me
Unmanageable.
unmanageable. And last year was probably the biggest year in the history of Dopey.
It's because of your closeness to me. I'm just rubbing off on you.
You think you're managing by osmosis.
I really am.
Bougie, entitled osmosis.
I'm not entitled.
Well, listen, you run a big world, and I do aspire to be a pillar in your scene.
Well, you are a pillar in my scene. You're a pillar in my life. I mean, we talk all the time.
Not as much as I'd like. Not as much as we used to.
Not as much as we used to, but it's because we're doing things. And, you know, anytime you call me and you're like, hey, I have this. So here's where the unmanageability stuff comes in, right?
Yes.
You'll be like, hey, okay, so what should I do? I'll be like, well, here, this is it. No. It's not even like, well, let's think about like how, because the opposite, you know what I mean? The opposite of a good idea, I don't know, it's a quote that I forgot, but it's like the opposite of a good idea might not be a bad idea, or that.
It's the non-idea. It's the shutting it down is the opposite.
But
I'm the place where other people's ideas go to die.
But here's the thing, because you are so stuck in your ways that it's really hard for your dopey. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of like
thinking out of the box.
Not a lot of chink in the armor. Not a lot of stuff that you like other people to weigh in on. And you'll dismiss it very quick.
I want to be open. I want to change.
Well, let's make you open, and then we could do this.
How can I change?
I don't know. You need to look inward.
I need to look inward. Well, here's the events, and you're my sometimes manager. This is the year, because I have not revealed this to the Dopey Nation yet.
Okay.
So this is a big reveal. This year, like last year, we're going to do 3 events. I've told the Dopey Nation many times that I'm never going to do DopeyCon again because people didn't show up, and it was packed, but certain people didn't show up. Wasn't it packed?
It was packed.
But certain people didn't show up, and I took it personally. So we're gonna table DopeyCon. These are the events we plan on doing this year. We plan on doing the first ever Dopey Recovery Short Film Festival. How long should the films be?
Oh, well, short film, I think, would be. I don't know technically what defines it as a short film, but I would say maybe like a 15-minute cap. I don't know. I don't know the answer.
Listen, I'm asking for your input. You say I reject all your input. I ask you for input. You don't even have an input.
I said maybe 15 minutes.
That sounds great, Jason. That's how open I am.
Okay.
That sounds great. So it's going to be a short film festival. Jason's going to have a film. People are wanting to put full-length films into it. What do you do about that? Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Well, yeah, that's a tough. I mean, how long can a film festival be? You can't. We got 6 feature-length films
That's
tonight.
crazy.
Like,
That's the problem with DopeyCon.
Right, it was too long.
Always too long.
It's gonna feel like Dopey would.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Okay, I think 4 15-minute films, a panel with the filmmakers, maybe a little stand-up set, maybe a musical act, and we're out.
Well, and you know what you could do is you can set in your mind or down like how long you want it to be, get the films that people submit, and then maybe take it from there. Be like, listen, there's 3. Are you going to watch the films first?
Yeah, we're going to get a little panel of judges.
Okay.
You might be
beforehand.
able to be a panel of
Well, I'm
judges.
definitely going to pick mine.
Oh, then you can't be a judge.
Yeah, I know.
You
That's
can't be a
unfair.
judge.
Well, I'll use an alias.
You know who might be a judge?
Who's that?
Judge Apatow.
Okay. I got to get to work.
But I think it's
today.
pronounced Judd Apatow.
It is Judd
not
Apatow. But
Judge.
he
He could be
do the little
Judge
extra-
Apatow. I think he'd do it.
Judd Apatow is.
And Margaret Cho has agreed to be a judge.
We need to talk about Margaret Cho. I need to.
Listen, no, what are you doing?
Okay, what are we doing? Okay, I'm sorry. See, that's
Jason,
how close we are.
What Jason really wants from me is to hook him up with Margaret Cho so he can make one. What's this series called again?
Life After?
Life After with Margaret Cho. And I'm going to tell you this. Margaret, I don't know. I think we might have lost a lot of Dopey listeners once we went to the 5-day format. Mm-hmm. It's very possible we've lost Margaret, but I think she will want to make a film with you.
That would be sick.
I promise you, I will ask her.
Okay.
I can't promise anything else.
No, that's all. That's all.
So I want to do a short film festival. I want to do a Dopey recovery comedy festival.
That's going to be great.
And I think it's like 5 acts, and you do it for an hour and a half.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah,
I think that's going to be in Los Angeles.
it should be.
I think the film festival is going to be in New York. And then I think we're going to do DopeyCon.
You're going to do DopeyCon again?
I don't know how I'm not going to. I kind of feel committed to it.
I like your. Everything is such a tragedy day of, because I think the last episode that we did together was directly after Dopey Wood, and it was just You were ready to quit. You're just like, I'm done. It was terrible. Everybody hates me. I'm never gonna.
Oh, Dopey would.
Never gonna work in this town again.
Did I talk about it on the show that
Yeah.
my friend who was the stage manager left in the middle of the show? You know what I did this month? I called him up and I made an amend.
Did you?
I made an amend to my friend Jeremy. I love Jeremy. I was so angry at him.
It gave me a chance to be stage manager for a little while, which was cool.
You were not a very effective stage manager. You were neither present nor effective. I do remember you wore cool glasses. I do remember in the beginning of Dopey Wood, you were like, "You're doing good," which I really liked
I
that.
was following you around with the clipboard.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now
yeah.
okay, so
Now I
take that
remember.
back.
I take it back.
Now you got to call me with an amends.
I'm gonna make Jason. I'm really sorry. I said you weren't an effective stage manager at Dopey Wood.
I was right by your side the entire time.
All right, are you ready to read an email?
Yeah.
Can you read it? Hold on.
I can't read it. Let me put on my cool glasses.
Put on your cool glasses. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I'll read this.
Well, you read it. I will.
Okay. Hello, Dave and the Dopey Nation. My name is Oscar. Did I read this one already? Hold on. Hold this for a second. I think I read this one. I did read this one.
Now I'm the cameraman. That's sick.
All right. Okay. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Ah, you got this one today. This is, I don't think she wants me to say her name. Today, I walked past a lady in her 60s outside of a cafe, sitting with an empty pram. Do you know what a pram is?
I don't.
It's an Australian and English word for baby carriage.
Okay.
Pram. And watching something on her phone with her teddy bear propped up beside her. The pram was obviously for this teddy. Initially, I felt quite sorry for her and wondered what experiences would lead her to this, what trauma she may have experienced, etc. And then I thought about it. A stuffed animal, this is not going to be a Dopey story. A stuffed animal is actually the perfect companion. It has no expectations or demands. It doesn't fart or snore or complain about when dinner is going to be ready or make judgments about your life and what you should have achieved by now, and by being either emotionally unavailable or too much with your emotions. It doesn't have health conditions. If it loses an eye or its leg gets torn off, you can just sew it back on. Maybe this woman was high, but I walked away thinking she had the perfect relationship. Thoughts? You just got married. Are you ready to have a family?
Maybe I'll have a teddy.
Is that what this thing gave you?
Yeah, that could be the perfect relationship. It's just we have talked about it and we are considering it, and I'm sort of using it as a bribing my mom to go through chemo
So that she can see her grandchildren.
so that she could see a grandchild. So I'm saying if my mom goes through her chemo and then gets through it, that maybe we will have a grandchild. It's the carrot at the end of the stick for my mom.
And tell us about what happened with your mom. Hold on, let me get this set up.
Yeah, so directly after, maybe a couple of weeks after, well, no, it was the day before Gabby's birthday, so it was December 1st. I got married on November 8th, and then on December 1st, my mom called me saying that she had to go to the hospital, and then, because she wasn't feeling well, and for my mom to go to the hospital, it has to be fucking bad. I'm going to out my mom on here. So she has not gone to a lady doctor since she had me 51 years ago. So early detection is not in the cards for her. She does not like going to the doctor, doesn't like going to the dentist, anything like that. So she went into the hospital and they found it. And then pretty serious, stage 4. And it seems like it's cervical and then up to the liver and then a kidney and then looks like it's traveling upward. So she had her first round of chemo about 2 weeks ago, and then she felt terrible afterwards. I was feeling very pessimistic about everything. But then we had to take her back to the hospital a couple of days later because she was just in so much pain, and there was some shift that she had one day in the hospital where she's just like, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to just rely on the pain meds for comfort. I'm going to do what the doctors tell me. And thus far, since then, been about 2 weeks at this point, or week and a half, her attitude has just changed tremendously. And she is, you know, being very strong about it. And, you know, because I could tell, I call her every morning. Me and my mom are extremely close. We talk pretty much every day, talk every day. And for the last couple of weeks, I'd call her in the morning and just hear it in her voice, like that she had a rough night. And then today I called her and she didn't sound great, but then it was because she was losing some hair. So not great news, of course, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you know, this is stuff that's supposed to happen. So we're learning about the stuff that's going to happen, that's natural, but, you know, that's expected to happen with the chemo. Like, you're going to feel like shit. Doctors' early detections, you know, it's not confirming anything, but they said that the reason she was in pain could be that the chemo is doing its job, loosening the stuff up, whatnot. So, yeah, she's as of right now, she seems to be on an upswing.
Have you been close with your mom forever?
My entire life. Only child, spoiled baby boy. She would always say, "My little boy, my little joy," even when I was well into my 20s
and wasted.
Yeah. Well, I was a late bloomer, so it was a little bit after that. But yeah, wasted. But
how late a bloomer were you?
I mean, I drank and did weed and the odd psychedelic here and there, but I didn't even touch coke or any sort of opiates till I was 23.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, it's a little bit late
For most people that I meet.
Yeah,
you know.
no, me too. I didn't get crazy hooked on opiates until around then either.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
Weed, I think I was a late bloomer on everything too, in the grand scheme of things, because half the people we talk to that have an issue like started drinking when they were 11,
Right,
or something.
Well, I could have started drinking when I was 11, but it wasn't problematic.
And how did your close relationship with your mom change when you were in the throes?
Oh, I just I was a vulture to her vulnerability. You know, she was completely an enabler, and I used it. I used it. I hemorrhaged her of money. She should have been retired. She had to go back to work at Target, which she fucking hated.
Just to pay for your habit?
Just to pretty much pay for my habit. And
horrible.
Yeah, it was terrible. And
how do you live with yourself, Jason?
well, I'm clean now, so you know, I'm doing working on myself, Dave.
I'm just playing, Jay.
I know. No, but it's
well,
true.
you're there for her.
I am.
You're taking her to chemo. You're checking on her every day. That's the living amend.
Right. And, you know, being a fucking opiate addict, like was the love of my life, opiates. She dropped some oxys on the floor when I was there.
When?
A couple weeks ago. And she was like, "Can you help me pick this up?" And I was like, "Well, Jesus Christ, this has fucking come full circle. You trusted me to pick your oxys up on the floor. That's amazing."
I've been looking to pick up oxys for years now.
Right. Well, go to my mom's. It was crazy. Like I'm picking up, and she'll ask me to go get her pills and bring them to her, and she knows that the same amount will be in that bottle when I go to get them, and then when I deliver them to her.
Have there been any thoughts?
Of course. Yeah.
Tell me about the thoughts.
I see them, you know, I see oxys, and I'm just like, and I wouldn't say like it's not like a craving. It's not like I want to do it, but there's that disease there that's like, you could.
It's funny. Did you ever watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
So I watched Breaking Bad, years ago, and I loved it. Obviously, it's probably the greatest real addict show. Probably. I forgot how good it was. And then I decided there's something, I think seasons 5 and 6. What?
I was just checking. I saw something move on the screen and
No,
making
I
sure
think-
that you're still recording.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
I think seasons 5 and 6 were not good.
Right.
I don't remember, but there was some gap in that show where it went a little too long, and the same thing I think happened too many times or something. But I was talking shit about it on the show, and somebody left a comment saying how good it actually was. and how amazing. I think I said that Walter and Jesse were heartless white folk. I was making a joke. I was whatever. And so I went back and I started rewatching Breaking Bad, and it's like the greatest thing I've ever seen. And I'm in season 2, and I was watching it this morning on my way into the city, and it's the episode, it's where Jesse had just fallen in love with Jane, and he had never done heroin. So he basically gets her to relapse on weed maybe first, and then meth. And
that was the neighbor.
Yeah. And he doesn't realize that she's a heroin addict. And then all of this, she has 18 months clean. And Jesse, for all of his pomposity, I don't think really realized like what really being a down and out drug addict was about until he's in this relationship with Jane. And Jane is like cooking up heroin, throwing the tar in the spoon. They've drawn it up. You see every little fucking bit of shooting tar. And I mean, obviously I haven't shot tar in, I don't know, 18 years or something.
Since you were in LA.
I haven't shot heroin in maybe 14 years or 13, something like that. But just imagining holding a needle, a spoon, the cooking, the drawing up, all that shit. And it's like, it like really hits still.
Right.
It
like, does. No, absolutely. And when I see the things, and I have syringes around for medication and stuff. So it's like, I could do all this now. Because in Florida, you can't just go to the store and buy syringes.
You have syringes around?
Yeah.
For what?
For my trizepatide.
I didn't know you're on the trizepatide. For how long?
It's been since before the wedding.
And?
I lost 30 pounds.
30 pounds on the trizepatide.
Yeah.
How much do you pay for it?
I got a plug.
Who's the hookup?
I'll tell you off camera.
Is it Colombian? Is it music manager? What's his face?
No. It's
Doc McGee.
No. I know a lot of doctors.
Listen, I think I need you to like.
I got you. Yeah.
I think we need to. I'm like scared of it. What does it feel like?
Man, to be honest with you, if it made me feel like shit, I wouldn't still do it. There's a little bit of like unease and like blood sugar spikes.
What do you mean?
Crashes.
What does that mean?
There's a little bit of unease, like you're
dis-ease.
Did I say dis-ease?
What's the difference between unease and dis-ease?
I mean, listen, you don't feel great for like a couple of days when you first take it.
What does it feel like?
You just feel a little sluggish, a little fluish,
nauseous,
maybe nauseous.
How long?
Like 2 or 3 days, but it's manageable.
Did you love weed? Did you love weed?
I mean, I smoked all the time, but I wouldn't say I loved it.
See, I feel like if I took a drug that I had to shoot up in my stomach that got me nauseous, I'd really want to smoke weed.
Ginger chews.
Ginger chews.
Yeah.
You know what's really good for nausea? Papaya enzyme.
Oh.
Have you ever tried papaya enzyme?
No,
it's
I
like
haven't.
Candy. It's delicious.
I love papaya.
So try Zepatide. Is that
Trizepatide, yeah.
30 pounds in how long?
It took me like 2.5, 3 months.
10 pounds a month.
Something like that, yeah. But I work out hard. I jump rope every day for like an hour. I skate a lot, so I'm active.
I have a friend who's on it, and he said he's gaining weight on it.
And he's doing it wrong, I guess. I don't know. That's weird. I mean, it's not weird. I mean, some people just don't take to medication, but...
Yeah, it's very interesting. So you have the syringes, and now and your mother has the oxys.
Yeah.
And what's the furthest you've gone in your mind?
I think just sort of being like, for like the split, and it goes in your mind quicker than you could say it. So like, I see the pills, and I'm like, I know in my suitcase I have a syringe. Nobody will know. But it's like, the thought comes like that. And then it's like, well, no, because then I'd steal all my mom's fucking pills for her cancer. And like, because I know I would. I mean, it's no question. Maybe not this round, but at some point, it's not going to end well. You know?
No. Would you say you played the tape in your head?
I know you love that saying, playing the tape through, but I really did.
Where'd you hear I love that saying?
Didn't you say that you hated that?
No, I don't. I don't hate it. I don't hate playing the tape, but I feel badly about that expression because it's so technologically dependent.
Yeah.
Because like some kid is like, what do you mean you play a tape? What does that mean?
Yeah, but I mean, you if you're reading the big book, you're reading antiquated.
Right. That's
stuff
true.
anyway.
That's true. My Linda, like when we shoot, if you shoot video on the phone, she says videotape that.
I got it on tape. People say it all the time. I got it on tape.
Got it on tape.
I'm filming you.
And it certainly isn't on tape.
No, it's not on tape.
And it certainly isn't on film.
It's not. But you know, it is going to be on film. The documentary that I'm going to do on Dopey.
Why film?
We lost that. Maybe not film. Maybe digital media. No, we lost that the first time.
I understand.
Yeah. Okay.
Why film?
Not film. I can't afford film.
So it's not going to be on film.
It's not going to be on film.
What are you going to shoot it on?
I'm going to shoot it on digital cinema cameras.
And did you shoot those today?
The ones for Brian?
Yeah.
We shot some today. I shot an interview with his husband today, and the last couple of days we shot on big cinema cameras. My friend Brian Pfaff from Austin flew out and was my DP on the shoots, and we got a lot of really good stuff. So next one's going to be on Dopey.
When are we going to do it?
We got to figure that out.
What's the vision for the short Dopey film?
Oh yeah, so we got sidetracked on that. So the way I like to do it, especially since you and I get along, we know each other, we spend time together, I'm just going to start filming. The documentary piece is going to be based on, Life After is the name of it, because I like to think of that first area in when you get clean and sober, what your life is like, and what got you from that point to this point. What do you enjoy doing? You obviously have this thing that has grown tremendously, and I don't know, at some point maybe you felt obligated to this thing, and it helped you stay sober. Would you have stayed sober without it? Maybe.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? But it has, so I think a lot of it's going to be on your relationship with that, and then your own personal recovery.
So it's going to be my relationship to Dopey?
Your relationship to Dopey and how it keeps you sober, or how it kept you sober, something to do. And then you obviously had a lot of pitfalls, getting up to the point you're at now. And I think you're gonna. This is gonna be your year, or at least the beginning to your years.
This is going to be my year?
This is gonna be
Why?
your year. Because
how do you figure?
Because I'm gonna start managing you.
You're going to manage the unmanageable?
Yeah, no, and the things that we've talked about, the other projects for Dopey that you want to do, and like I just think, and you can and will do them, is the thing. But it's just there's a lot of shit to do. You got some upgrades to make. You got some you got some work to do. But you have so much going for you that you don't like to accept.
Oh, the good stuff?
You don't like to accept when people tell you like how good things are going for you and how much they enjoy it.
Well, it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow, but I have really been deeply focused in gratitude of late. I think I've meditated for the past 70 days.
Nice.
Or something like that. And a lot of the meditation is just focused on gratitude. And I'm feeling gratitude all the time. Like
yeah.
I mean, life is not perfect, but I really am feeling pretty positive and excited and happy. And like when you talk about the show, I love making the show. I love making the show so much. We're doing 5 days a week.
It's a lot.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It might be too much.
Might be.
You think so?
No, it might be for you. But that's the good part about running your own thing here.
I could do whatever I want.
You could figure it out. If it doesn't work, you go down to 3 days a week. If you want to go back to one, you can go back to one. If you want to stop, you could stop.
Exactly. But I think that's interesting because it's very important that people. I don't like it when people say I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't. I can't smoke. Even if it's like I can't do drugs, it's like no, dude, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
That's programmed.
You can do whatever you want. Just know how it's going to be if you do. I love making the show. I would hate to stop making it, but if I chose to stop making it, it would be because I didn't want to do it anymore.
Right. And I'm sure no matter what level of success you find, and I'm sure you're going to, your success is going to grow tremendously, I'm sure there's going to be a point where you're just like, okay, well, this is done. Like, what's next?
I don't know. That's an interesting point. Here's a poem that Tyrone sent in. He says, here's another story I wrote. It's called Sick Dog. There was a sick dog, so I took him to the vet. They sprayed him down with water and got him soaking wet. His hair was getting long, so they cut it all off. That was the first time I heard a dog cough. I think this is going to be another non-really dopey one. His hair, the dog came home with a clean bill of health after the vet had taken all my wealth. My cat made a noise that I hadn't heard before, so I rushed to get some medicine from the local store. My cat was making noises like a car that needed oil, driving on a road that was paved with tinfoil. I would have gone with aluminum. The medicine I gave him began to buy me peace, so I celebrated with a cup from a 3-piece Reese. I think these means one of those big Reese's Pieces. With the house finally quiet, I finally slept well until I heard a noise again, like somebody fell. Why are you sending me this poem? Do you like this poem?
There's some obscure drug references there for sure.
What are you getting there?
The tinfoil thing?
Yeah.
Like smoking pills off tinfoil?
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Well, but I just couldn't, maybe it was the way you're reading it, but like, is it a limerick?
I don't think it's a limerick.
Okay. Sounded like the way you were reading it at first.
All right. This is from Nikki B. Dave, firstly, thank you for the podcast. Been listening for years, and it's a place to turn when I really need to hear the real deal shit. My fiance is close to 80 days clean from dope and all other drugs. That's very nice. He's finally working NA with a sponsor, and I could not be more proud of him. I'm 9.5 years sober. Hold on. From the demon that is alcohol. We love you. Thank you, Nikki B. Secondly, you are handling the Reiner tragedy situation so well. It's rare people get a glimpse of the shitstorm of emotions those of us experience when someone we know and love just can't hold it together anymore. Obviously, this is an extreme case, but I appreciate your transparency, openness, and honesty. It's refreshing and impressive. Third, I got my fiance tickets for 9 Inch Nails at Prudential Center on Valentine's Day as his Christmas gift. Any suggestions on great Airbnbs? Hold on. Fuck. Happened again. Oh, it's still going. Any suggestions on Airbnbs or hostels to stay in the city near the correct subway trains to get to Newark? Would love some guidance from a native. Keep going, and toodles for Chris, Nikki B. Maybe you can get my dad to let you stay here. He's going to be in Florida. I don't know. Where did you suggest any Airbnbs? I never stayed in a hotel in New York.
If I don't know where the proper subway trains are, if that stops that.
It's to go to. No, she's going to Jersey, so you don't know. But thank you, Nikki B. Isn't it nice to hear that her fiance is 80 days?
That's amazing.
Saying 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
What are you? What's your program like these days? Any tips you want to give the Dopey Nation?
Don't get complacent, because if I would have gotten complacent, like I do sometimes, obviously, I get very complacent in my program, and thankfully the last couple of months, especially with the wedding and everything come up, like something always tells me when things are going good to dive in, because things aren't always going to be good. And I'm used to then reaching out to people. I'm sponsoring a few guys who are pretty active, a few who are not active at all, a few who are in active addiction. But yeah, I remind myself when things are going good, this is the time to dive in and keep doing stuff, because when things aren't so great, I know that I have something, and the phone isn't so heavy, and it's not like the shame of not going to my home group for X amount of months. I haven't been home, but my home group in Austin, I don't even remember the last time I went to my home group in Austin, but I'm in Florida more often than anywhere else, it seems, at the moment. So I try to go to 3 meetings a week. I'm always up for doing service.
Where are you going?
NA meetings out there. It's Gold Coast, which is just a huge, huge place. Like a couple weeks ago, I was driving from the hotel to go to a meeting, which was 10 minutes away, and the bridge was up, and it was going to make me late for the readings. 10-minute drive. I'm like, I don't want to be late for the readings. I'm going to go to this other meeting on the way. Like, there's that many meetings there.
So that's great.
Yeah, it's great. So I go to a lot of various NA meetings in Gold Coast, which is Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It's the Gold Coast area.
Right. Is Delray in the Gold Coast area?
No,
it's
no.
North of it?
It's north of it. So in Broward County, I think there's South Broward, Gold Coast, and I forget what the other one is, but just in Broward County, and there's so many meetings out there. It's a really great place to get clean, to stay clean.
We're going to Delray, my family and I, in February for my daughter's 16th birthday, and that place has such good meetings.
Right, just because there's so much recovery there because of all the treatment centers. A lot of people that stick around.
Right.
You know, you'll find that's where I get the best messages, where it's because Broward County, as beautiful as it is, like on the east side by the beaches, it's fucking grimy as hell out there.
The meetings?
Yeah. No, just the stories. And I love going to meetings. Some of my favorite meetings are at this clubhouse off of State Road 84 called the 12-Step House. They have AA, NA, probably CA meetings too. It's just a non-denominational clubhouse. But some of my favorite meetings are at that place.
Did I ever have you tell the story of how you met your wife on the show?
No, we briefly talked about it, but
why don't you tell the story? You're scared to tell the story.
I was a tech, and at treatment, and she was a client, and I was. There's a significant age gap between us.
How significant are we talking here?
It's 25-year difference.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
She's 25 years old? She's 26 years old?
26 years old.
She's spring chicken.
Yeah, and when we started dating, she was 18 years old and I was 42.
Oh, gosh.
So how does that sound on paper?
It sounds bad. But you're married now, so you've beaten the odds.
And I was not the aggressor. So she groomed me.
How could that happen? How could you be groomed by an 18-year-old? Well, she is very, very forthright.
Yeah, she is.
She knows what she wants, that Gabby.
She told me within 48 hours of us meeting that she was going to marry me.
What do you think it was about you that moved her so deeply?
Look at me.
Besides the obvious.
I don't know. I think we just it was probably because I'm sure she gets hit on all the time. She's very attractive. Probably just because I wasn't a creep and wasn't like that, because I was extremely professional.
How did the romance pop up? How professional were you if you got into a romance as a tech?
Well, I didn't start dating her on day one. We waited. You know what I mean? Like we
did you
waited
rendezvous in the ping pong table and stuff?
No. I waited. It was after she was out of treatment.
Are you just saying this because it's on the biggest recovery podcast?
No. We honestly did wait. I mean, we talked.
Did you consummate the affair in the kitchen after hours?
No, Dave, we did not.
Smelling of mustard and raw chicken?
Not off hours, not on hours, nothing like that.
No hours?
No hours. It was we waited, and but we talked. Listen, we did talk, and she would always say your time's coming, stuff like she would just be like, we're getting married, and I'm just like, listen, let's talk about music stuff. So I think that was another big thing is, we really bonded on music, namely the music of Elliott Smith. That was a huge part of our relationship.
Do you know Erin Carr?
I know. I've seen.
She went to treatment with Elliott Smith.
Get the fuck out of here.
And Rick James.
At the same time?
At the same time. And they would jam at the treatment center.
Did she talk about that on the show?
I've made her talk about it many times on the show.
All right, I have to talk to Erin Carr.
Can you believe that? Elliott Smith and Rick James jamming in her treatment center.
Get the fuck out of here. That's the most incredible thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, mine was fucking Bret Michaels and Flavor Flav. It was horrible.
That was your
treatment? Yeah, they would jam on no, I didn't have.
Oh, okay.
I would play Hotel California and Bret Michaels and Flavor Flav would sing and they'd harmonize. It was incredible.
You never know. Some of these treatment centers, I've heard some crazy stories of who you could meet in treatment.
I never met anybody good in treatment. I met Chris. Chris in treatment, And there were some famous people that went to our treatment center too.
Yeah.
But we didn't encounter any famous folk. And I feel like there was a Dopey story.
You know who I did poach from rehab though? Adam David.
Oh yeah, what's up with great Adam David?
Adam David's doing it, man. He is writing songs. He is.
He refuses to pen a Dopey intro song.
I don't think he refuses. He's just very, very busy.
Tell him you can get a little.
You're doing the finger thing, which means the money.
Tell him I'll give him some money.
Okay.
If he does, but he has to work at it for the money.
Yeah.
If he wants it on his terms, he doesn't have to work on it.
Well, then,
on my terms,
if it's on your terms, I don't know if it's going to happen.
No.
Adam is a very much a life on Adam's terms kind of.
And I certainly won't pay him very much money.
Right.
It definitely is not worth his while.
Okay.
But he should do it because Dopey is the greatest addiction recovery podcast.
It is, and I think it boosted his career.
Do you think so?
Maybe.
I doubt it.
Maybe.
Why not?
It could have boosted his career.
It probably did. Now that I think about it, it really probably did. And Adam David could play our film festival
Could play
if he wanted to.
Yeah.
So see about getting him to get a song.
I will.
Is there anything else you'd like to share?
Adam David, who I manage, who is
He's manageable.
he's Adam David.
Is he more manageable than I am?
I don't know because what I've gone through with Adam is we've had some remarkably difficult times. He won The Voice. For those who are not in the know, he won season 27 of The Voice. And, it seemed like this trajectory was going to go up, and then record label involvement and all this other stuff just didn't pan out or turned out not like how one would think it would. And, it's he's in the program, you know what I mean? He's one of us. It was very some of the stuff was very difficult for him to manage, but thankfully he found what he really wanted to do. Instead of just chasing this dream of superstar, he's like, well, fuck, I want to be a recording artist, so I need to write some songs. So he has been diligently writing a song every day. He promised himself 100 songs in 100 days. And, he promised himself 100 bad songs in 100 days, so no pressure. And that's the whole thing. It's like he's just going to write a song every
Maybe
day.
I'll start writing 100 bad songs in 100 days.
You should.
I could do it. I write a lot of bad songs.
And he's written some amazing shit in that time. So now he's getting this library up. So when we go to the studio, and he's playing Tortuga Festival in Fort Lauderdale, which is going to be huge. Post Malone's headlining. So it's going to be a great show.
You know what I think we should do?
What's that?
Is we should set up the Dopey Music Festival. Like a real one. A big
should.
one. And get rich on it. You want to hear one of my greatest songs?
Yeah.
Here, give me that guitar.
Hold on.
This is the song that Chris always requested I play.
You're going to play me something live?
Yeah, I'm going to play something live. Fuck it. Why not? Chris always requested this song, and you're here.
Rick James and Elliott Smith.
Huh?
Who needs Rick James and Elliott Smith when you have Dave Mannheim?
All right.
Yeah.
Talk for a second.
So managing Adam David, that's been
Well, I can't hear.
one of the things that I've been doing.
Hold on. All right, so I'm going to play Jason, my potential hit. It's definitely not a hit, but I think you'll like it. It's called Forever in Debt. Have you heard that song?
No.
Here we go. It goes 1, 2, 3, forever. Oh, you got to put the headphones on. Is it too loud? Is it too loud? 1, 2, 3, forever in debt. Building standing set, standing their ground to defend against the rest. We're all at odds. Don't forget your bets. From the roof I yell. You hardly break a sweat. Sabotage is no longer camouflage. It's almost in the open, so you better quit your jobs. Can't say it looks too good. It could be a mirage pointed at your head. I think it's time to dodge. And I haven't paid my rent, and my money's all but spent. Plan to take it over, but I haven't made a dent. I lost some folks I used to call my friends. They'll all be back when I'm on my feet again. But sabotage is no longer camouflage. It's almost in the open, so you better quit your jobs. Can't say it looks too good. It could could be a mirage pointed at your head. I think it's time to dodge. Slow style. Forever's a long time to pay that kind of price. Might think you saw it coming. It could have just been the northern lights. And a long time away is an hour from when. Don't remember when it started, Thursday or Friday, or then again it could have been forever in debt. Building standing set, I'm back to the beginning, got no time to second guess. And yes, I'm easily impressed by the ways you do confess and control the situations by the moves inside your dress. But I gotta go, got no more time today. What time is the show? I can't anyone say. Whoops. I fucked up. I never fuck it up. Okay. Forever in debt. Building. Fuck. Oh my god. We gotta do it again. We gotta start from the beginning. I'm sorry. Okay. 1, 2, 3, forever in debt. Building standing set. Standing their ground to defend against the rest. We're all at odds. Don't forget your bets. From the roof I yell. You hardly break a sweat. Sabotage is no longer camouflage. It's almost in the open, so you better quit your jobs. Can't say it looks too good. It could be a mirage just pointed at your head. I think it's time to dodge. And I haven't paid my rent and my money's all but spent. Plan to take it over, but I haven't made a dent. I lost some folks I used to call my friends. They'll all be back when I'm on my feet again. But sabotage is no longer camouflage. Almost in the open, so you better quit your job. Can't say it looks too good. It could be a mirage pointed at your head. I think it's time to dodge. Slow style. Forever's a long time to pay that kind of price. Might think you saw it coming. It could have just been the northern lights. And a long time away is an hour from when. I don't remember when it started, Thursday or Friday, or then again it could have been forever in debt. Building standing set, I'm back to the beginning, got no time to second guess. And yes, I'm easily impressed by the ways you do confess. Control the situations by the moves inside your dress. But I gotta go, got nothing left to say. What time is the show? I can't anyone say. I gotta go, got no more time today. Tomorrow is a long time from today. Tomorrow is a long time from today. Tomorrow is a long time from today.
Applause.
Hold on. So manageable or unmanageable?
I would say manageable.
Pretty good.
That was pretty good.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
You should have Adam David cover.
I should.
He'd never cover.
I don't know if that's his style.
He should just cover Good So Bad.
Maybe.
Thank you, Jason. Did you have fun?
I did.
You did?
Wait. There was other stuff.
What else?
What do I want to push?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Life After documentary. Episode 1 is on pro skateboarder Reese Barton.
Is it out?
It's not out. We're looking for some distribution.
What
We got a
kind of
couple
distribution?
Some skateboarding distribution places.
Oh,
that might do-
Thrasher.
But then it might, maybe, I don't know. I'm hoping.
Well, we'll distribute for you.
Maybe that's the route to go.
You
Maybe-
have total dopey distribution.
Well, maybe then you heard it here first, folks.
You
Maybe
can
this
call
could
on
be-
me.
Okay.
I'm always
Maybe
here.
that's what we need to do then, because I have more than just skateboarders at this point now. At first, when I started, it was only skaters, but then now I want to, because I know so many interesting people that I could do this stuff on, that I need to do it. So yeah, maybe let's talk. Maybe you could manage me. Maybe we could manage each other.
Listen,
it'd be like the.
I anything you need, I'm happy to do, and I'm so glad that I got to see you.
Yes, thank you for having me. I know you were busy today.
No, are you kidding me? It's always good to see you, Jay.
You too.
All right, stay strong, everybody, and fucking toodles for Chris.
Toodles for Chris. Love you, David.
Love you too, Jason. What do you think of my song?
I liked it. It was good.
It's pretty good, right? Well, that was great. It was so fun.
That was
You had
fun. Yeah, that's why I like doing these.